All right, God, welcome. Happy to see you. Today, we're just going to go over some things that I found interesting that I saw on the internet this week. We're going to get my reaction. You guys can tell me what you think of every video we watch today in the comments. Remember, if you like the hoodie you see me wearing, I will always wear my brand hoodie. If you want to get your own Try Love hoodie, you can click the link in the description or in the bio, wherever you're watching this video at, and you can get your own Try Love hoodie today. So let's get into the things that I seen this week. All right, let's watch this first video. Now, this first video, you might have seen it. We're just going to watch it all the way through because you got to watch it all the way through to just really get your genuine reaction. You don't want to make any assumptions. We're going to watch the whole thing that she put on the internet. All right, so let's get to it.
And worried. And this man is sitting in this car. Really? 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 Seriously? Seriously? Why are you sleeping in the car?
Huh.
Why are you sleeping in the car?
I need some rest.
So why wouldn't you come inside?
Because I can't rest in there.
Is your life that terrible that you need to be in the car? Is your life like that difficult? Why don't you come inside? For an hour you've been out here? You've been out here for an hour?
It looks like it. I just need to rest.
Do you want me to bring you something?
Peace and quiet.
Come inside, baby.
No.
Come on.
No. Just close the door, please. Just close the door.
Well, I'm gonna come and sit next to you.
No.
Did you just lock the door? Open the door.
Now, again, I don't know anything about this couple's relationship. Not really looking into it. But there's some things you can get from this video. You can get quite a bit from this video, actually. First thing I noticed, I'm going to say for some reason, but we probably know why. She's taking the fact that he chose to sleep in the car as an attack on her, which is why when she comes out, she got an attitude already. Why? Like, snatches the door. Are you serious? Are you serious? Snatch the door open, hitting him, wake up. You sleeping in the car. You've been out here an hour. What are you doing, right? So that's the first. She took it as a personal attack. And she kind of like starts, I'm not going to say gaslighting, but is your life that terrible? Is it that bad you got to sleep in the car? Like, you know what I'm saying? You didn't come out here because you have an issue with him sleeping in the car, but you didn't come out here to fix what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? You came out here to get what you wanted. And what you wanted was for him to come in the house and be with you, right? And you came out here and you asked a specific question. He answered that question. You said, why are you sleeping in the car? He answered it. What'd he say? I need some rest. Cool. Then you ask, why can't you sleep in the house? He answers that question too. He said, I can't rest in the house. There it is. You asked two questions. He answered both of them. You know the problem. He wants some rest. He don't feel like he can get it in the house. To me, if you want your man, your husband, I'm guessing, to come in the house, he told you what you had to do. You have to make it to where he can get peace and quiet and rest in the house. So if you don't, now, 9 times out of 10, she already knows what he's referring to. He might be referring to her. You know what I'm saying? And that, it ain't much she can do about that. But if, let's say they could have kids. Maybe he talking about the kids. Either way, the next question should be, well, why can't you get rest in the house? What can I do to make it to where you can get rest in the house? These seem like questions that are trying to get to an end. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really want you in the house. Let me make it to where you feel like you could rest in the house. She didn't really do that though. Like, you know what I'm saying? He told you why he couldn't rest in the house. Ain't no peace and quiet in the house. And he like, I'ma just stay out here. And I think I don't know if it caught her off guard, but her tone kind of switched when he doubled down on staying in the car. She was like, well, can I bring you something? Okay, that's nice. He said peace and quiet. Like, okay, well, just come in the house, please. He said, no. No. You hear it in his voice. He terrorized. No, I'm not coming in the house right now. I'm not done with that rest thing I told you I needed. Her response to that was, I'm coming in the car. No, you're not. She walks around the car. He locks the door. Now, if they had kids, first of all, I don't think, especially small kids, I don't think both of them could be outside because somebody would have to stay in the house with the kids. So I don't think they got kids. And if they do, they're old enough to stay in the house by themselves. You know what I'm saying? Or they sleep. I don't know. They could have kids. All I know is getting from this video, part of the reason he feels he can't get rest, peace, and quiet in the house is her. She knows that. That's why she's reacting like this. You're like, no, you talking about me. And you not finna get away from me sitting in this car. I'm coming in the car too. I just don't feel like that's how you fix problems, bro. She didn't ask enough questions for me. For somebody who's genuinely concerned, she didn't ask enough questions. Because if I walk outside and I'm happily married, going on 10 years, and I see my wife sleep in the car and I'm concerned, why would I not be concerned? Baby, why you sleep in the car? And she tell me, I'm tired and I don't feel like I could get rest in the house. I'm going to ask you, why not? Is it the kids? Is it me? Do I need to take the kids outside? Do I need to take them to their grandparents' house for a little while, let you sleep? Because I want you to, if you want the rest, I want you to get it. And I want you to get it as comfortably as possible in our bed if that's where you want to be. And if you just need a break from us for a little while, that's cool. That happens. That happens to every parent, every spouse. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just need a little time to yourself, an hour or something like that. And I help you get that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want you to have to sleep in the car. Like, you know what I'm saying? But 9 times out of 10, this is a problem that has like stacked on top of itself. And I don't, they seem like they pretty far gone. He don't want to be nowhere around this woman right now. And because in my thing, he had an hour. That's a good amount of time. That's what she said. He was like, it appears so. I have been out here now. He agreed he'd been out there an hour. And he still don't want nothing to do with this woman. He like, you're not getting in this car. And I'm not coming in the house. So I don't know where the problem stems from because you don't get a lot from this video. But you know, part of the problem is he don't particularly want to be around her. At least not right now. And I hope they can get to a point to where they can have a conversation. And whatever the problem is in the house to where he feel like he can't get peace, quiet, rest, and relaxation in the house, it's more than likely fixable. All right, because hot take, I don't know if a lot of people, I don't believe in soulmates. I think 2 adults can decide no matter what happens, we'll be together. And that means you can make it work. Any two adults, if they decide they want to be together, can make it work. All right. It obviously is easier said than done, but I just don't really believe in soulmates. So they not too far gone to where they can't make it work is what I'm getting at. So whatever the issue is, they can tackle it. They can make it work. The problem in this situation, at least to him, needs to recognize herself as such and fix whatever it is that's causing him the discomfort or the reason he feel like he can't get any rest or relaxation. And he needs to have a serious conversation with his wife. I mean, because maybe he has, but it don't seem like he done talked to her about what the problem is in the house. Because she appears to be confused why he's sleeping in the car. He knows why he's sleeping in the car. He needs to tell her so they can get past this. All right, but you can tell me what you think about this video. Who do you think is the real problem? Is he wrong for trying to sleep in the car? I don't know. It's hard for me to say that, but I just found that video particularly interesting. All right, because usually I heard my uncle tell me when you get to the point where you don't want to go in the house when you get home from work, your relationship is done. I don't want to believe that. I believe they can still make it work. Let's get to the next video.
80% of men are below average in attractiveness.
I saw this. I found it interesting. First of all, because that's not how numbers work. Okay, 80% of men can't be below average. Okay, unless there are some serious outliers in that 20%. Okay, but typically 80% can't be below average. All right, 50% can be below, because that's kind of how averages work. 46% can be below, 56% can be below average, but 80, that's kind of crazy. So I really think what these women and that was involved in this study are trying to say is the average man is unattractive, right? Or 80% of men are unattractive. Not below average, because they're average. They just unattractive. All right, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's a very distinct difference in men and women. I think to men, the average woman, a woman who's a 5 out of 10, she's not ugly, right? You know what I'm saying? She's not unattractive. You can see some beauty in her, right? You know what I'm saying? She might not be the cutest girl on the block or in the town or at school or whatever, but she's not ugly. But to most women, a man, the average man you run into on the street, a 5 out of 10, to women, he's ugly, for lack of a better word, unattractive. And women don't start to find men attractive until they get up to 8s out of 10. Like if you're 8 out of 10, a woman will find you attractive, right? You know what I'm saying? A 6, you're not attractive. And she don't want to be bothered with you unless you got money. Like, you know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, not all women, I'm just saying. If you're a 6 out of 10, she finds you unattractive. But a man sees a 6 out of 10, he like, again, not the cutest girl in the world, but she's pretty. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think that's the difference that this study is telling you. Men find the average woman somewhat attractive, and women find the average man unattractive. Now, why is that? I honestly don't know. One thing I will say, though, is obviously most men, and I know you get tired of hearing this, you do. Most men, when they, what we got is what we got. What we got is what you see. You know what I'm saying? We try to do the best with our hair, you know what I'm saying? But when you start going bald, you just got to cut it off or wear the receding hairline, you know, and your looks take a hit. They just do. Ain't nothing you can do about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? If your skin ain't perfect, it just ain't perfect. Your looks take a hit. Ain't nothing you can do about that. Women, though, their skin ain't the best. They throw some makeup on. They don't really like their hair. They keep it done and weave in it or a wig on or extensions or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they feel like makes them a little less attractive, they do something about it. And a man can't really do that without other men and women thinking that's a little weird. What you mean you got a toupee on because your hairline receding? Like, no, stop being weird. Your hairline receding is just receding. It is what it is. Okay? And that's just the fact. So the average woman will look better than the average man because she gonna have some stuff to help her look better. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's just a fact. It makes sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because men not gonna wear the additives, the makeup, the hair, whatever. You know what I'm saying? What you get is what you got. And that's what you got to show the world. So to me, it makes sense that the average man is less attractive than the average woman, at least in the perspective of the opposite sex. You know, the men will find the average woman somewhat attractive, and the women will find the average man unattractive. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And it kind of evens out once you realize that attractiveness is nowhere near as high on the list of things a woman wants from a man as it is in men. Men, attractiveness is number one. We can be honest about this. Even if a woman has everything you want in her, if she's genuinely unattractive to you, a man will find it incredibly difficult to talk to her. He just will. He will. I don't think that's necessarily wrong. It's just kind of how we're wired. Like, you know what I'm saying? But a woman, if a man has everything she's looking for, he's just a little bit on the ugly side, a woman will deal with that way faster than a man. So much faster than a man will. So seeing this, I don't think it's that big of a deal because women aren't even as fixated on looks as men are. So if you're a man and you read this, don't let, you know what I'm saying? You can get everything else in your life in order and you will be able to get you a high quality woman. I promise you. If you're a little bit on the ugly side, which it seems like 80% of us are, it's okay. If you get the rest of your stuff in order, your money, how you look, how you dress, how you present yourself, your job, all your emotions, all of that, you get that in line, you will get you a high quality woman, ugly or not. Women, I cannot say the same thing for you, so I would never tell y'all to stop wearing your makeup and your hair and all that because men do care about looks and they care about looks a lot. So it's okay that you try to make sure you look your best on any given day because quite frankly, men do care a lot about it. That's just how the world works. That's just how it is. It's okay that it's not, men and women not the same, so it's okay that the bars are set for us differently in different areas, okay? Not in all areas, but in some areas, like looks, it's perfectly fine, all right? And but again, in the comments, tell me what you think. Is it okay that women find 80% of men unattractive? I think it's okay. I also don't think that's necessarily true, but what do I know? You have to ask a woman. Women in the comments, do you honestly think 8 out of the 10 men you come across on the street are unattractive? Let's get to the next video.
Zanzingonya bagiti baba.
You were way off.
Ingonyama.
All right.
That's how
You
you
said,
say it.
yeah.
You should see me when I do it in front of white people. Oh my God. Why you look? Oh my God.
Hold on. Can you do that? What does it mean?
It means, look, there's a lion. Oh my God.
You're joking. That is not what that means. That is not what that means.
That's exactly what it means.
That's what it means. Look, there's a lion.
Oh my God. It's a
Look, there's a lion. Oh my God.
It's a lion.
Now, I'm sure we've all seen this video here recently because it blew up on TikTok. It went crazy. All right. And then I'm sure you heard that the composer of the song, I think his name is like Lebo M, was very offended. And he's even suing the African comedian for this video. He's saying it's disrespecting his work. Okay. And I'm just like, what are we talking about? Okay, first of all, he is not the first person to tell you what this song actually means. I started looking it up. You can find plenty of videos of people talking about the literal translation of that song in Lion King. He didn't lie. He told no lies. That's it. That's literally how the song is translated. So he didn't lie. That's the first thing. So I don't know why you feel like he disrespected your work when all he did was tell English speakers, hey, this is what the song means in English. Okay? So he's not wrong on that front. Now, if you feel like they're making a mockery of it because they're laughing, keep in mind, at least, because I don't know the third guy, the guy in the green cardigan, I don't know him. But the other two are comedians making fun of things, literally how they make a living. It's literally how they make a living. So I don't know why you would be offended by that either. They're just doing their job. Now, he delivered it hilariously. But he's a comedian. Again, he makes most things funny. That's how he makes his money. So I'm just struggling to see where the disrespect is, right? And you can't say it's because he told us what it actually meant, because again, plenty of other people have talked about the literal translation of this song before. You can find old videos. Look it up yourself. You will find videos of people talking about what the song means. All right. He didn't sue any of them. Okay. So that's not that. He has no problem with that, which leaves me to believe the only problem he has with this case, where you're talking about what the song literally means, is that they're laughing. And this kind of came off like a joke. But again, they're comedians. But yeah, they made it a joke. They make everything a joke. That's what we come on, man. Like, and then it blew up. So you're like, oh, okay, the video of the people telling people what it actually, of the guy telling somebody what the song literally means, the version that blows up is the version with the comedians making fun of it. I feel disrespected. That's just kind of unlucky, if I'm being honest with you, because I looked into it. There are a lot of videos talking about what this song means. I've never seen any of them. I did see this one though, but that's how virality works on the internet. It just blew up because that's what blew up. But I'm struggling to see why you feel disrespected. The song is still a classic. It's still attached to a classic movie. You still made a ridiculous amount of money on it. And catch this, it's still a dope song. I don't speak Zulu. So even though he told me what it means, when I hear the song, it doesn't connect in English. I don't know which word is lying. I don't know which phrase is, oh my God, I could look it up, but I don't care enough. So when I hear the song, I still like it. It still sounds super cool. Super cool. Okay? And you notice a lot of songs, when they're translated from the original language to another language, they don't sound as cool. So your song is no exception. Why are you upset? I just genuinely don't think he has a reason to be upset. I watched it so many times. I'm like, where could he have gotten disrespect besides the fact that they thought it was funny? But then I'm going to say to you, they're comedians. It doesn't change anything about how epic and legendary of a song it is, or how epic and legendary of a movie it's attached to. You're still a great composer of music who made an absolute classic of a song that some guys laughed at because the literal meaning just don't hit as hard in English. I just don't, come on. Like, this is what I'm talking about with the sensitivity in the world today. Like, come on, man, come on. And then it's an old guy, you're old. Why are you all on TikTok getting offended by comedians? Come on. We passed that. But y'all can tell me what y'all think in the comments. Do you think he has a legit reason to be suing this African comedian for just doing what plenty of other people have done before him and making a joke out of it? Because he did make it pretty funny. It was hilarious the first time I watched it. But I still don't see where disrespect comes into play. But maybe that's just me. Y'all can tell me what y'all think. And then we can get into the last video. The last video of this week.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
Now, this video is nothing like the other three. But he did honestly hit that man so hard that his chin touched his spine. I thought that was a little weird. I think he's seriously injured. I didn't look into any of that. When I saw this video, it honestly made me think of a question somebody asked when I was a little kid. And obviously I'm a very religious man, you know, Christian. And they asked, is it okay for a Christian to be a boxer? Like, is it a sinful occupation for a Christian to be a boxer? And now you can say MMA fighter, because at the time UFC wasn't as big when they asked. But now UFC is bigger than boxing, so, or close to it. So I was just thinking, is it a sin for a Christian to be a boxer or an MMA fighter? Often when I just thought, I'm like, is it a sin? Well, the Bible tells us to treat our neighbor how we want to be treated. And if you're a boxer, that means you're signing a contract for me to try to hurt you and you to try to hurt me. And we're both cool with that. So in that aspect, just from that verse, I can't say that it's a sin, right? But then I think about the requirements of an elder and a deacon. And there's a specific requirement that says that they are not to be brawlers or fighters. Now, obviously, in that aspect, they talking about fighting your fellow man on the street, like, you know what I'm saying, because you lost your temper, right? And boxing and MMA that's not what it is. You don't have to have an anger problem to be a brawler, to be a boxer or MMA fighter, because, again, it's a signed contract. You're both agreeing to do this to each other. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it is a violent sport, and you are causing harm to another person, which in any other instance is dead wrong. You cannot physically harm somebody in any other situation, right? But you think you can, but you saying you can do it as an occupation. You can literally hurt people for a living, and that's not wrong. When I think about that, then it's just like, it seems like it kind of has to be, right? It has to be, because contract or not, like, boxers have died in the ring. And do you think, and obviously we know murder is a sin, but if you kill a man you were trying to hurt on accident because it's your occupation, God's gonna be like, oh no, that's not murder, it's cool. I don't think it works like that. So if you ask me if a Christian can be a boxer, nah. In a lot of situations that seem like ambiguous, I always ask myself, can I see if Jesus was alive today, or if the world was different when Jesus was around and they had boxing? Do I think Jesus? No, Jesus would not be a boxer. No, Jesus would not be an MMA fighter. Obviously, he'd probably be a minister, but I'm just like, I can't imagine him saying, oh no, it's so cool, go in there and break that man's nose for the entertainment of others, for millions of dollars. Yeah, go ahead. Yes. So could I find a verse that says boxing or fighting professionally is a sin verbatim? Nah. But I'm gonna look deeper into it, and I'm gonna come back to y'all and get with you. I couldn't find that. Do I believe it is? Yes. Do I need a verse to back that belief? Yes. For me to tell you that it is a sin? Yes, I need a verse to back that belief. And I will find it for you. But right now, I do believe it is. I'm not gonna say it as a fact because I gotta look into it. But the fact that deacons and elders are told they can't be brawlers or people who fight, and then you fight for a living. Now, again, he's just talking about deacons and elders. To be a deacon or elder, you can't be a brawler. I think that goes for any Christian, though. You can't be somebody who fights often. And if you're a professional fighter, you fight pretty often. So if you ask me, I believe it is, but I'm going to study it. I'll come back next week and let y'all know. All right. But somebody might be able to study from me or already have the verses ready and you can just let me know in the comments. Do you think it's a sin for a Christian to be a boxer or an MMA fighter? All right. Love you guys. That's all the videos for this week. Tell me if you like the content. Like, subscribe. And remember, if you want your own Try Love hoodie, hit the link in the description, link in the comments, link in my bio, wherever you can get the link. Get your own Try Love hoodie today. Love you guys, and I will see y'all next time.